I'm just leaning back like
yeah,
this
I feel like
because I look cool right now.
Taller than you. Like I feel like I'm like big and you're small. I don't like it.
So you don't like it?
No.
That better?
Yes, thank you.
I have to sit up. Watch your elbow. I'm move forward.
You can put a pillow. Oh, that's perfect. Yes.
There we go. I don't even know if the internet's even working right.
Hopefully. Yeah, somebody's here.
Somebody?
Who is that?
I don't know. I can't read that close.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday.
Happy Coffee Date Monday.
What's up, Melvina?
Melvina.
Hey, girl. We're just hanging out, you guys, like in paradise right now. That's what it feels like. So,
yeah,
we're like hanging out in bathing suits.
I ain't got a bathing suit on. You got a bathing suit on.
Well, I do. You're gonna have a bathing suit on pretty soon, though. As soon as this is over, we're hanging out in bathing suits and hanging out on the balcony of our room where we're staying. We're staying at this really nice bed and breakfast. I'm like super pleased with it. I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
Just hanging out, man. Just enjoying the goodness of the Lord.
It is so peaceful right now.
It is.
We are in a historical Napa area. And we're at a bed and breakfast.
Which I've never stayed at a bed and breakfast.
It's our first time at a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, I really like it.
And we just want to say thank you so much to our TBCF family for our pastor appreciation
gift.
The gift. We thank you guys tremendously for it. I thank you for Pastor Bob Billion for the word that he shared. You know, yesterday it was just, I think it was timely for everybody, but it was really timely for me. If he was preaching and nobody else was in there, it was for me.
Yeah,
okay.
It was really.
And it was just a blessing.
Good.
But yes, the church sent us out here to Napa to spend a little time with just ourselves and
to just veg, and that's what we've been doing. We've been just vegging.
Just vegging out.
It's really nice. I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's just a really nice neighborhood. We nice people around and everything. Let's see what else. It's a bed and breakfast. There's a pool, which we're gonna go sit by.
24-hour pool.
24-hour pool, private pool. We're gonna get couples massage, I guess.
Yeah, we're getting ready to get a massage. I'm so excited. We've been wanting to get some spa treatments for a while, but all of the massage places, or whatever you call them, the masseuses, they weren't, they were on lockdown because of COVID. So this is our first time having a spa treatment since March, like since before March.
Happy coffee date.
Happy coffee date Monday. I'm drinking tea because there's no espresso machine here. And I don't do like real coffee. I'm not like a real coffee drinker. It has to be espresso latte.
Yeah.
Almond milk. No foam.
Yeah. So
lightly twisted.
Yeah, so today we don't really have.
Hey, Papa.
Is that Papa?
Hi, Papa.
Oh, wow. Hey, Pop. Today we don't have literally I don't want to say theme, a topic.
Which is usually really scary for me because that means he's going to say anything and talk about anything.
Which I could say anything at any moment because I'm John Random Butcher, Senior. But I don't know. It's like literally today, I just want to sit and not think about nothing.
Yeah.
Think of the Lord. Think of the Lord, and my my daughter is next to Papa. She's probably listening.
Yeah. Hey, hi, heaven.
And she's like, "Are you not thinking about me, Mom?" She's probably guaranteed to be looking on Papa's Facebook.
Yeah.
How come Dad isn't thinking about? Of course, I'm thinking about you. Can't help but think about us.
Yeah. So, just was super blessed yesterday at Pastor Appreciation service. Like, we haven't even opened up the gifts and the cards from all of our church family. We haven't even done that yet, but that's something that we're going to do today after our spa treatments. But, yesterday I came out the house and they arranged to have a limo pick us up and take us to church. And my first thought was, oh no, they are just doing too much. This is just overboard. I was like, this is just overkill. It doesn't take all that, stuff like that. And the Lord literally interrupted the thought and was like, this is for later. Like, this is for, they're investing in you now for later. And, I was just thinking like, man, when we take the time to honor people, appreciate people, give people words of affirmation, like, we don't know what we're doing, not just for them now, but for them later. And I feel like it's something that the Lord had to give me a revelation of, because sometimes as pastors or as leaders, sometimes you're constantly thinking about how to pour into the lives of others, how to help people, how to encourage people, how to help get people from death to life, like what's going to get them to, really, commit to a life of Christ, and constantly thinking about other people. That sometimes when people are pouring into you, it feels really foreign. Like, it feels really, it just doesn't feel normal. It feels really kind of uncomfortable. That's the best way I can put it. It feels uncomfortable. And yesterday was the most wonderful, beautiful, uncomfortable that I've ever felt. Like, I'm always amazed at the amazing people that we get to do life with at the building. Yeah. Like, they are amazing people. Like, yeah. I'm just like, dude, there's like so many things, like, as a pastor that we can say, oh man, we wish we could do this, or we wish we lived in a city that did this, or whatever. Like, as pastors have dreams and hopes and stuff like that, and different things that they like to see happen in the city or within, God's church. But a lot of times, like, it's like when you take a step back, and like yesterday, it was like just to see the kind of people, the caliber of people that we get to do life with. It's like, dude, this is it, man. This is awesome. And, just the fact that they're people of love,
I'm just waiting for you to finish your thought. Yeah. So there's something that Kai and I were talking about this morning is, with the building Christian Fellowship, and we talk about how we get to do life with everybody, that this is what the church looks like. This is what it sounds like. This is what it looks like.
This is what it feels like.
The church is alive, but watch this. The thing that God said is that you will know them by their love for one another. That I just hear the Lord speak that into my heart, and that's really what's happening at the building. And what I love at the fact is, we love each other so much that we don't allow offenses and isms and schisms and political views or whatever that
race
or
anything separate us.
Anything that we will still stay brothers and sisters, that we will know them by their love.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I mean, we sat down and talked about it yesterday, is that some of the people we do life with, I look at them and go, man, I've had arguments with these people. I've had, I don't want to say discussion, but what's the word I'm looking for? Disagreements with these people. And sometimes there wasn't a solution. But you know what? We allowed love to rule our hearts because we love each other no matter what.
Yeah.
And that's what's been so great about the Building Christian Fellowship. That's what's so great about the people that we are connected with here at the church.
That we get to do life with.
It is great, yeah.
It's really beautiful. And then, I agree with you. I feel like, just like what the Lord said, like, you'll know them by their love. And the people that are at the building, like, man, those are God's people. Like, those are God's people, because they're just people of love. And I feel like if there's anything that we should pride ourselves on as the building, we should pride ourselves on the fact that we know how to honor one another. You know what I mean? Like, we have such a culture of honor.
We do.
Like we're big on what can we do to honor them? What can we do to honor these people? What can we do to honor our elders? What can we do to honor, ministry leaders and workers or volunteers that have laid their lives down for God's church? Like, what can we do to honor them? And I love the fact that we're always tripping over ourselves, looking for new ways or different ways to honor one another.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what a great thing to be good at, you know what I mean, as a church, as a family. So I definitely think that that's our thing at the building. Like, we're always looking how to
honor.
Love and honor, yeah.
You know, in a great house, there are vessels, one with, what's the scripture?
Honor,
one for honor and one for dishonor.
Mm-hmm.
And I really believe that the building has vessels that are made of honor.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a vessel that has, it's full, then that vessel, what does it do? It pours out what's in it. Mm-hmm. And when you're a vessel of honor, you pour out honor.
Mm-hmm.
And because we honor each other, we are never left empty, because we're so busy supplying each other with honor that nobody lacks. As the word says, the church never lacked in acts.
Yeah.
Because we made sure everybody was taken care of.
Yeah, and it just reminds you of Ephesians. I think it's chapter 5 when it talks about chapter 4, we're a body fitly joined together, and each one is supplying the other. Like, we're constantly pouring into one another, so no one's walking around empty. And that's why, literally, like, we're constantly saying, get connected, get connected, get connected. Another way, or a way of paraphrasing that is, make sure you're not empty. Make sure you're not empty. Make sure you're not empty.
Yeah.
Because when we're connected to one another, each one is supplying the other. Like, there's certain days where I'm up and then you're down, so I'm going to pour into you. And then there's certain days where I'm down and you're up and you're going to pour into me. But we're each supplying the other. And so when we're connected, we're making sure that we'll never be empty. You know what I mean? There'll never be lack. There'll never be a need that's not met, because we're all connected and we're pouring into one another.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the benefits about being a part of a church, man. I just don't know what this year would have been like. 2020 is a beast. And to not be connected to a church family, man, I can't imagine what that would have felt like, what that would have looked like.
Can I just want a thought that my wife just kind of, her revelation just poured over on me about, this is for later. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of times, you know, you can say, my cup runneth over. Mm-hmm. You know, that's great, you know, because if your cup is running over, that means you have a lot to pour out. But God's design for us as vessels of honor is that our cup runs over, that we're constantly pouring out. But sometimes you pour out, and I'm not going to mention this individual, but praise God. I really thank God for this sister in the Lord. But just one Sunday just came up to me and just said some words of encouragement. Mm-hmm. And at that moment, I didn't know that what she gave me, those words of encouragement, weren't going to be for now. They were going to be for later. Mm-hmm. And when those words of encouragement hit me, I didn't really remember it until a week later. And God brought back to my remembrance what was said. And I was like, wow, that person has just filled me up.
For later.
For later.
Yeah.
And how many times, you know, have us as Christians, we don't look, or we should be looking to give people words of encouragement, not while they're discouraged, but while they are encouraged, so that it's not about now, it's about later.
Yeah, give them something. It's like packing a lunch for somebody. Like, it's like, I want to pack your lunch. I want to be sure that you have substance, that you have provision for where you're going. And it's like, when we know how to honor one another, when we know how to pour into one another, when I learned my husband's love language and know how to love on him in a way that he can receive, like, it helps him for later. When those thoughts or those seeds of thoughts come in, as in, I don't matter, I'm not important, she doesn't love me, or whatever, like, whatever the thoughts that may come later, that out of nowhere, it's those times where you taking the time to honor and affirm that person, that they'll think on, no, that's not true, that's a lie. So I'm going to bring that into captivity. I'm going to bring that down, because we've taken the time to invest in each other and to honor one another and affirm one another. And it's the same for God's church, having a culture of honor in every relationship allows us to have something that we can lean back on and fall back on and say, you know what, that person does love me because I remember this or I remember that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we have to make those investments in one another's lives.
Yeah, it's like we have a refrigerator in our house.
Yeah, you're right, Zena. Knowing the love language.
Yeah, so in our house, we have milk in our house in the refrigerator. And while we pour in the milk,
mm-hmm.
we're like, dude, we got a gallon of milk. We got plenty of it. But you don't realize that it only takes one breakfast.
Especially with my son, Judah.
Especially Judah.
Mm-hmm.
That the whole gallon of milk is gone. But because we have a reserve
mm-hmm.
refrigerator,
yeah,
we can reach in and grab something that we've stored up for later.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it all, because discouragement can come in a lot of times, and a lot of these life itself just happens,
mm-hmm.
and insecurities or whatever.
That's true.
And when you ever look at somebody and go, how did you even feel like that?
Yeah. Or how did you get that discouraged?
How did you get that? Yeah. And so us as believers, and even as just people, just being encouragers, just for us to be vessels of honor, it's not about looking at somebody and going, how did you even get to that point? No, it's my job to make sure that I got stored up mm-hmm. in my refrigerator some more milk for you so you can have it. That way you don't never run out.
Yeah, so you can have something for later.
So you can have some for later.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we need to do. And it's funny because we're talking about the house of God, but it's also just, for us, even as a couple, it's sometimes we get discouraged, and, we got to do different things. Kaya got to make sure she gets her nails and her toes done, and her hair needs to be done. That encourages her. I tell her how beautiful she is. Constantly I tell her, because she is. And I think that keeps encouragement in her tank. Yeah,
it's investing in the later when those thoughts come, especially those illegal thoughts that come out of nowhere. Like, my husband don't appreciate me. He don't even think I'm pretty. He don't even blah, 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 blah. He don't even compliment me. He don't blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yes, Rachel, and the lashes. She says, and the lashes. Tell him. Rachel, tell him, girl, tell him. Okay, he needs to know. Don't forget the lashes. So, I just think it's like so great that yesterday was just such a reminder about how we can't forsake or try to stop people from blessing us and honoring us, because the same way that we don't let nobody stop us from blessing people and honoring people, but when it's our turn, honestly, it's weird because you wouldn't think that it's a pride thing, but the Lord actually showed me that it's a pride thing. When you're only interested in blessing other people or honoring other people, but you don't let people do it for you, it's actually a pride. And you would think, no, that's not pride, that's humility.
False humility.
But it's actually pride. And so the Lord literally had to show that to us because, one particular year I'm like, we don't need no pastor appreciation. And, I come from old school church, y'all, where pastor appreciation or pastor's anniversary or whatever they would call it, church anniversary, they would pull out these big throne chairs, okay? It was like a king throne and a queen throne. And they would place the pastors in those thrones. And I'm telling you, growing up, I have those visions stained in my head. And so I never want that, because I just felt like, let me tell you guys, for those of you that don't know, the entire service the pastor and his wife would sit over there in those thrones that whole time while choirs were singing, kids were dancing, there was a play and a skit going on, preaching, and they did not move from those thrones. And so as a kid, I'd be looking over at them like, so what's their part to play? Why are they just sitting over there in those thrones? Like, what is going on? Like, what is happening here? And as I got older and I understood more, I'm like, okay, we're honoring them. However, at the same time, when it came to things like church anniversary, I was thinking, well, the church is not just about the king and queen are sitting over there. The church is about the entire church. So I had to tell Pastor John, and he was in full agreement. I'm like, dude, when it comes to church anniversary, like, look, don't be pulling out no thrones. Don't be calling me first lady. Don't be putting no crowns on. Like, it just like, oh, you guys, it's like a trigger. Like, something happens that I don't necessarily agree with. I'm not bashing anybody that's doing it. I'm just saying, for me, church anniversary is about celebrating and honoring the church, people who have laid their lives down for God's church, people who are working diligently and growing and things like that.
So, Lord placed in our heart years ago during one of our anniversaries, because once again, you know, we come up in the church anniversary usually was the pastor's anniversary. Mm-hmm. It's the church anniversary.
Yeah,
we celebrate the pastor.
Yeah,
and I get it. Don't get me wrong.
And they do need to be celebrated.
And I believe they do, but
because it's a very good work they're doing.
But for us, it was, dude, it's the church anniversary. Let's look at the title of that.
Church.
It's the church's anniversary.
Yeah, it's super important.
So what came into my heart, and I believe it was the Lord, what was this? It was like, look, membership has its benefits. Membership has its benefits. People that serve, they attend, and they tithe. They give in their time, their treasure, and their talent.
Yeah.
They are the ones that belong to the church. You know, not so those were the people that would benefit from our anniversary.
Yeah. Don't call me First Lady Mama Babs.
Yeah,
I love you.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, Mama Babs. Don't do it.
So what ends up happening is what we started doing is we started on our anniversary. We started doing raffles. We'd have TVs,
prizes, yeah,
iPhone, iPads, everything.
And
trips, gas,
all kinds of stuff, airline gift cards. It's
everything.
Super exciting. Like, I love our church anniversary because I know it's everybody's birthday. That's what it feels like. It's like if you're a member of the building, it's our birthday. It's our birthday, and so it's like.
Yeah. And remember, we'd also honor on the anniversary the leaders of the church.
Of the ministries. Yeah. So much fun. And so I love the fact that we do that. And then it came to a point where, like, well, what about pastors? You know, what about the pastors? And so that's where Pastor Appreciation came in, where it's like, okay, Pastor Appreciation, then, like, now it's our turn to humble ourselves, let go of Kaya's control freak nature, sit down, not be in charge, do what they say, as long as it doesn't involve throne chairs. And, you know, have some humility and let people bless you back. Let people say good things about you. Because later on, you don't know what kind of discouragement you might be struggling or facing. That those words of affirmation, those words of encouragement are going to come back, because the Holy Spirit's going to bring it back to you and remind you of how treasured you are and how valued you are by your family, your church family. And I mean, like, you guys, it's huge. Like, literally, I think that is my love language. I think words of affirmation, because I'm telling you, like, just to hear people's words, it's just like, it just fuels me. It just blesses my heart to know that, like, man, your work is not in vain. People see it. People appreciate it. Because pastoring can be an unseen work. But I cannot say that's true for us, because I do not feel that way. I don't feel that what we do is an unseen work. I don't feel like what we do and what we've laid our life down for is a work that is unappreciated. I cannot say that truthfully. I honestly feel like we are valued and that it's the work that we do is appreciated. And I do feel like people are listening, and I do see lives that are changing, and I do see a church that's healthy and that's growing. And it's like, dude, that's all pastor ever needs to keep going, you know, to keep from quitting. And so I'm just super thankful.
Yeah, because trust me, as a senior pastor and talking with other pastors, and they talk about how ungrateful people are.
Yeah, it could be hard.
It could be hard, but then, you know, for me, and I'm still young at the game for a lot of these guys, you know, but I sit down and just to hear, and we haven't even read the cards, some of the cards, the videos that you guys posted for us. You know what? If there's been 15 videos that were saying thank you and appreciate us, that's enough for me to not look at the ungrateful people. It's enough for me and Kai and I to see those people and be grateful to God for them.
Yeah, the
And
honor
then,
of being in their life.
yeah, and them looking at us and saying, man, what it is an honor to appreciate us as pastors, but at the same time, it's like, God, what an honor it is for us to be your pastors and to love on you and honor you the same way.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. Everybody that had a hand to play in just making sure we felt super spoiled and just overly spoiled and loved.
Yeah.
You know, yesterday and just all week. It's like, dude, it's just huge. And after Pastor John's stroke, just going through that whole crazy season, man, it just means so much to know how many people his life means something to. You know what I mean? Like how much you mean to so many people. It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Yeah, I would have never known. I don't know what it is, guys. It's just, people say it to us, and it's like, I don't think I'm a world changer. I don't think I'm a life changer.
Right.
I know that there's so many people that I know that I just try to pour into as much as I can to try to make a difference in their lives, to help them see the goodness of God, to help them in the path and finding their purpose with Christ. That's just all I do. And in my own struggles, I see people looking at me like, wow. And I'm trying to figure out why they're going, wow. Because I'm sure you have struggles too. But it's just crazy how it's just a blessing for us just to be your pastors, to be your family, and to be...
And just be connected to your lives.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Definitely.
Awesome.
I wanted to show you guys, but you can't really see too much up here. I wanted to show them the balcony. We're actually got a room, and this lady, Brother Ben Marler was listening right now. Brother Ben, Deacon Ben, is from Tennessee. He's from Lebanon, Tennessee. And this lady, when I heard her talking here, I was like, ma'am, you ain't from around these parts, are you? She's like, no, I'm from Tennessee. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so she runs this bed and breakfast, and she does an amazing job.
Yeah, she does a great job. Yeah. It's called the White House Inn. The White House Inn, and it is beautiful. It is late 19th century, I think it is, 18th century, 19th century. So it was built in the 1900s. And the guy that he's a German immigrant, created Napa leather, not Napa leather as in Napa leather, but that's the kind of leather that you get in really soft, plush luxury cars.
Yeah,
that
when
really
you get
nice
the premier leather package.
Napa leather. He's the one that invented it, right? So anyway, we met her, and she goes, can I help you? When we walked in, she goes, can I help you? I said, yeah, I have a reservation. She goes, okay, what's your last name? I said, Butcher. And then she goes, oh, Pastor. I was like, oh, thank you. She goes, yes, I heard you guys were going to be here, and I heard that they were doing an appreciation for you. And she goes, and where I'm from,
we hold our pastors in high regard.
We hold our pastors in high regard.
So she said, so I'm going to take care of y'all.
I'm going to take care of you. So she gave us this room that's got a balcony. It is really so nice, you guys.
It's like a really good big balcony too. Like, show them how big the balcony is.
Yeah, it's big. You guys want to see it? Let's see. I can't. Can you see where you turn?
Or I think you can just.
You can flip it.
Oh, you can flip it like that.
Right here. Boom. Look. Okay. This is what you guys see. This is the balcony. Okay. All the way over here is the balcony.
So nice. And then that's the door to go into our room.
Yeah. This is the door to go in our room. And as you see, it's a street out there. And of course, there's a lot of vegetation. So it's very private.
Yeah.
Very private, very beautiful. You notice there's no noise. And this is a housing area.
Yeah.
It's a historic Napa, and it's beautiful. The courtyard is beautiful. Lush green everywhere. So yeah, that's how they blessed us.
So thankful. And so right after this, we are headed to the pool. I got my bathing suit on, ready to go. I am ready. We're gonna sit out by the pool for the rest of the day and tomorrow. Like, that is the plan. We're just gonna sit out here at the pool.
Grab my Speedos and do a couple laps in the pool.
Yeah, no one knows us. I'm like, go ahead, put the Speedos on, babe. No one knows you. They don't care. They don't know you. They'll never see you again in life. So put those Speedos on, babe.
Yeah. You know, you guys, I sent for Zena and Alec. You guys I said stay frosty. That's an Army term, but you guys stay safe out there while you guys are out. I thank you guys for that. I just saw your post this morning. Thank you guys so much. But I guess that's gonna be it for us today, y'all.
Yeah, we're in real chill mode, y'all.
I'm like real chill mode.
We're just chilling right now, and we are about to finish chilling. We're about to get these spa treatments, and we're about to post up next to the pool under some shade, under one of their cabanas they got down there. So yeah, I love y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. Happy Coffee Date Monday. We love y'all so much. We'll see y'all again next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.